I'm James O'Brien, and this is the dynamic leash hamstring stretch. So this exercise is almost identical to the banded hamstring stretch, except that it requires a little bit more work. A little bit more easier setup, but requires a little bit more work from your arms to do. So to make this a real dynamic exercise, what you can do is you'll want to have a little bit of slack in the leash here to start. And the leash is right about in the arch of your foot here. You can lift your leg up as far as it can go. All right, that's about as far as I can go on its own. Then to take it a little bit further, as I'm still activating my hip flexor muscles here, which will relax my hamstring muscles, I'll take the leash and I'll pull it a little bit further to get a big stretch. I can then just push down into the leash slightly, then do the opposite again. Lift it as far as it can go, take it a little further, and then push down. Or just relax it down, doesn't really matter too much. So go as far as I can, up, and then down. So this is a nice dynamic stretch. Because I'm activating my hip flexors here, that is shutting off those hamstrings. I could just simply just get there and stay there if I wanted. Avoid maybe getting that big nervy stretch by pulling the toe up towards you. If you're really flexible and that doesn't create that big nervy stretch, that's okay. But otherwise, I usually tell people just allow your toe to go where it wants to go. And you see mine again likes to point slightly. You can add a little variety to this by coming out to the side and getting a hamstring stretch here. I like this with the video because it's like, whoa! All right. Another option would be to go this way. As I come this way, all right, I could come up as far as I can and then give it a little bit more of a tug. Come back and forth. You see there's slack there. Then give it a little bit more of a tug. That's stretching my outer hamstring. As I come this way and give it a little tug, that's stretching my inner hamstring. I can add a little variety by rotating my foot outward or rotating my foot inward. That motion is actually coming through the hip. So you can have lots of variety. But one of the nice things to do is, again, activate those hip flexors through hip flexion. That'll shut off the hamstrings. Then the the leash will just help you go a little bit further. About 2 minutes total stretching on each side. That is the dynamic leash stretch.